Hello, happy stamping month. Well, it's not really stamping I'm going to share today, but we are getting inky. I'm Shauna and I'm passionate about pages. I'm delighted to be playing with stencils on my pages today. So close to my heart, I've recently bought out 3 different sets of 3 different stencils, and they are a 12-inch square stencil. So if I wanted to use the stencil on a full page, so this beautiful Mandela could make a stunning statement piece on a page, or I can just use segments of the stencil on different parts of the page, as I've done here. Okay, so I am using the stencil in conjunction with a new range of inks that we have begun selling. These are the Ranger Distress Oxide inks. They are a mixture between dye and pigment inks, so they get that really strong coverage of a pigment ink, but they dry quickly and they have awesome blending qualities to them. They have a bit of a chalky finish. If you have a look, I don't know if it shows up on here, but it's sort of a soft finish to them, and they are super easy to use. So today I'm using them with the little blending tools that are new to our range as well. They've been around in the crafting world for a long time, but we haven't sold them before. So it's just a little tool, and you attach the sponge by the Velcro loops there. You can wash the sponges out if you're changing colours, or you can have one sponge for every colour that you own. It's completely up to you. So let me show you how I am going to use it down in this corner. So I'm going to push that up a little bit and zoom you in so that you get a better view. So I'm just going to position my stencil in a way that's pleasing to me. I don't want it to look exactly the same alignment as the one I did at the top, but I will start use the colours in the same order as I did before. So this one is called Tattered Rose, and it's just a really soft, like a soft peachy pink. Okay, almost looks like some makeup. You just position your stencil over your paper. If you're worried about it moving, you could use a little bit of washi tape to hold it in place, but you don't have to put a lot of pressure on, and I haven't had any problem with them moving. So you see, I'm just using the sponge in a circular motion, and where it's really intricate, I just use the edge of the sponge, and I'm going to use this color. I don't know about that much. It's an inexact science, which I kind of like. I like a lot. Then I'm going to use antique linen next, and I've got a different dauber for that one. And so this one, I will overlap it a little bit with that first color, and then take it up into higher up in the stencil. So the colors are all going to blend, so you don't have to worry about like exactly filling a shape and things like that. So that one's blended, and I might just go back and sort of blend where the two join, and then I'm going to swap out to the other sponge for my third color, which is Abandoned Coral. Okay, and that's that lovely rich pink color there. Now it doesn't take much to fill your sponge, so I'm just showing you here that one little pickup with my sponge has gone all the way across this stencil. Can you see that? Now if I go back to this light color sponge and try to blend back in, the color will transfer to my sponge. So what I'm going to do is just dry that one off a little bit with my heat gun. You don't have to do this because on the first one I didn't do this, and I can just rinse the sponge out. But you know, if you're changing your stencil around quite a bit as you use it on your page, you might not want to get lots and lots of colour swapping over. Then you just line the stencil up, go back to that middle colour, and this will then go over the top of that darker colour because they layer beautifully, and so that makes the join between the two colours a bit more muted. Look at that! How clever! And so when I zoom you out, look at that beautiful, beautiful page. Now, just before I talk to you any more about that, I'm just going to wipe this off. So just have a cloth with you to take off most of it. It could be a damp cloth, but you will need a dry cloth to dry it off again. So just while I'm using it, I've just been using a dry cloth. And then when I'm finished with this, I'll go out to the kitchen, put it in a sink of just cold water and rinse it off. Okay, so this is a really pretty design, and that took me hardly any time. Now I'm going to go away and add my photos to this. It's a super simple layout I'm doing, and so I'll pause the video now and I'll come back and show you what I did. Okay, I'm back. Right, can you see? I told you it was going to be a simple layout. This was at my aunt's 90th birthday, so we just took photos of everyone who was at the birthday, and I've grouped them by family member. So my aunt, my sister is my mum is her younger sister. So I've grouped those of us who are from my mum's line, and then I've grouped the other two families that were from her sister's line, and a third family who was from her brother's line. And so I just wanted to have them on the page. I've just used a zip strip, top and bottom, mounted each photo and overlapped them. That's it. I'm not doing a lot of journaling on this page, or I'm not doing any journaling on this page because the story has been told on a prior page. All I'm going to do is stamp our family name, okay, because my sister and I were the family Bruce. That was Mum's married name. So you can use these inks that we were using for the sponging there with the stencil. You can just use them with your stamps as well. And I'm using a new alphabet stamp called Simple Serif, which I really like, and it has matching thin cuts, so you can cut titles and or stamp them. And then I will just position that down there. I did put the foam from the stamp set underneath just to help it hold it for a little bit. Now these are squishy inks, so when you're lifting it up, don't rock the stamp, just lift it straight up. Ta-da! And then it matches nicely. And that's my page done. So this page really took very little time. Let me zoom you in so that you can have a closer look at that title. Maybe I could have been a little bit straighter with it, but never mind. So there you are. If that floats your boat, go online to shaunarichards.closetomyheart.com.au. Have a little look at the different stencils that are available, the different coloured inks in this Distress Oxide range, and see what grabs your attention. Have a great day.